It is often claimed that entities in the public sector in South Africa are characterized by poor governance, financial mismanagement, non-compliance with financial legislation and regulations, fraud, and corruption. However, there are state-owned entities which cannot be subjected to such allegations and criticism. One shining example in this regard is the War Museum in Bloemfontein. The War Museum is a state-owned national public entity in accordance with the Public Finance Management Act of 1999. The museum resorts under the executive authority of the National Department of Sport, Arts and Culture. Annually, this heritage institution receives a limited subsidy from the department, which the museum has to manage efficiently by means of an approved budget. Apart from administrating this budget, the financial section of the museum is also responsible for ensuring that financial practices, internal control and procurement comply with applicable legislation and treasury regulations. Risk management, asset management and inventory likewise form part of the responsibilities of this section. In addition, payroll administration by the Human Resources Department is another function accommodated by the financial section. The management and activities of the museum pivot around an annual performance plan based on a 5-year strategic plan linked to the achievement of certain government priorities. In this regard, the museum is also evaluated during an audit process according to its performance in terms of set targets. Moreover, the museum has to comply with the periodic reporting requirements of the National Treasury, the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, as well as the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation. The Council of the Museum is the accounting authority of the institution, which plays an important role in financial oversight through its Audit Committee. The Auditor General of South Africa is the supreme audit institution of South Africa and has a constitutional mandate to annually produce independent audit reports on the financial statements of all government departments, public entities, municipalities and public institutions. Through auditing the spending of public funds, the Office of the Auditor General aims to promote effective oversight, accountability and governance in the public sector. At the conclusion of the 2024-2025 auditing process, the Auditor General of South Africa decided to present a special award to the War Museum. There was a sense of anticipation and excitement in the air when museum staff and representatives of the audit firm attended the presentation event on Thursday, the 31st of July 2025. Zelda Potgieter from the firm AGSA Chartered Accountants and Auditors, which were contracted by the Auditor General to conduct the financial review on its behalf, explains the motivation for the presentation of this award to the museum.
For the past 15 years, they didn't have any irregular, wasteful or fruitless expenditure. For the past 7 years, they met all their targets, and for the last 3 years, they had an unqualified audit opinion. 2 years in a row, they had an unqualified opinion, which resulted in the last year being a review, which is an outstanding achievement. Not only did the War Museum achieve an unqualified audit opinion for the past 3 years, but also a clean management report with no findings for the past 3 years. They are setting the standard for departments all over South Africa, and we would like to congratulate them with this outstanding achievement.
The recognition obtained from the Auditor General of South Africa by means of this award is illustrative of the museum's commitment to efficient financial practices and management.
On behalf of the Council, I would just like to thank the CEO of the War Museum, Mr. Tokkie Pretorius, and the staff for the immense work that they have put in achieving another clean audit from the Auditors General. The work that they have done throughout the past financial year have shown that through teamwork and hard work, great things can be achieved. Let's make the current financial year just as good as the past one. Thank you.
This has enabled the museum to establish itself during the past decade as one of the foremost heritage institutions in the country, despite financial and staff constraints.
The success of the museum and the recognition we got again today is due to the fact that we do not work in silos. We are not finance or facilities or human scientists. We are one museum and one team working together for one goal on whichever project that we take on. And then we get very good support from Gaugelu and the team at National Department of Sports, Arts and Culture.
I would like to thank the Council of the War Museum for their support in this regard. I believe that this audit outcome is a milestone for the museum. I believe it set an example for all public entities, as was stated in the management letter. I would like to thank my staff for their commitment in this regard. Without them, this audit outcome would not have been possible.